our pelvis can get locked or frozen in one position or small range of positions because of lack of movement. Too much sitting, too much slouching. So let's floss our pelvis, meaning let's move our pelvis through the different ways it is intended to be moved. Let's start with the rotation movement that our pelvis can do. In this kneeling position, you will have your hands on your rib cage to make sure you are not moving the rib cage. Only the pelvis will twist. Hold it firmly and then begin to draw your left side of your pelvis forward, the right side back, and then switch. Right forward, left back. And see if you can access this movement. And also pay attention to the sensations, to the muscles that need to fire up in order to move the pelvis this way. Couple more times. And then come to neutral. Now let's come to a tabletop and do our pelvic tilt. In this tabletop position, let's begin tucking the tail. So now when we tuck the tail, a lot of us will be also rounding the back, coming to that cat shape. But here we want to keep the spine neutral and move only the pelvis. So see if you can stabilize the spine and tuck the tail. Now the opposite, it's lifting the tail up, anteriorly tilting the pelvis. So tucking and untuck, lift. And continue and notice again the same idea, the sensations, the muscles firing up for you to do this movement. Now, there is one more movement that our pelvis can do, and let's see if your pelvis can do. Coming to tabletop again, we will do the lateral tilt of the pelvis. So move your pelvis up towards your right shoulder. And here we are not side bending. You can go ahead and turn your spine in this position too. Look over your right shoulder. Do the other side. So do a full side bend of the spine. And then come to center. Now try to keep the spine neutral, the chest parallel to the floor, shoulders still, and then move only the right side of your pelvis towards your right shoulder. And then the other side, left side towards the left shoulder. And go a few times in this motion. Notice the muscles on that area that are working to bring your pelvis in this position. And then come to a neutral position, sit back on your heels. Moving the pelvis this way is a great way to improve our awareness of this area and also to improve the movement options that we have available to us as we move throughout our day. With more movement variation, there is a greater potential to make positive changes in our body. So take a break from sitting and move your pelvis in these different ways. Or try to incorporate these different ways that we moved the pelvis during your yoga practice into the different shapes that we put our body in the yoga practice. And let me know how it goes.